What's up, guys? Happen to have another game from the Monotype tournament I participated in a couple months back. These games are kind of old, so I gotta rewatch them a few times to remember what happened. The most recent tournament I took a part of was actually kind of a huge flop. There was only 2 games in it because only 2 people had their teams ready. I guess I could show that one eventually, but it was, I'd much rather do a showdown session. That was more productive to me. But this tournament turned out really good. Just to go back to it, you know, I had my team and I was like, I like dragons, so I'm gonna put those on there. And I've never used mono dragon before. And the team we're fighting today is mono ghost, so it seems like a pretty solid lineup. I argue that maybe Frostlass could have been like Dusclops or something for a little bit more of a defensive backbone, or maybe even Spirit Tomb in there somewhere as well. But I mean, Frostlass does all right. It's not a big deal either way. So, where was I going with this? I really don't know. Frostlass is very predictable as the lead slot. That's ultimately what I wanted to build up to. So it's really easy to play around. I'm gonna let it get a spike. Hit it down to its sash, and then just immediately switch out because they all go for Destiny Bond on that second turn to try to take out the big threats to them. So that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to Iron Head it down to 1, and I believe on the turn immediately after that, or, well, yeah, I'm not going to attack it because I'm all out attacking Kieran Black. I'm actually just going to end up switching out to, I believe, Latios is the only thing I have that really wants to risk the potential Destiny Bond there. I am weak to its dual stab, which could have been pretty risky, but honestly, I think it has Spikes, Ice Beam, Destiny Bond, and Shadow Ball, and it's going to go for Destiny Bond on that turn to try to get rid of Kieran Black, because anything slower than Kieran Black on this team just pretty much dies, so she's going to have to try to get rid of it whenever she can, or he, I really don't remember what the gender of my opponent was at the time, but I'm going to defog as a, you know, kind of a dead turn, so I don't have to attack it. It also gets rid of the 1 layer of spikes that were set up, so I don't really mind either way. And I see Sableye here, which is like, okay, this thing's probably Mega Sableye. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay, or I'm not going to stay. I'm going to switch out because I really do not feel like dealing with that. And I was almost positive this is a Mega Sableye. Maybe a Mega's on next turn and it's just trying to get, you know, Calm Mind Prankster, which totally fair. I can see that, why you would hold on to the Mega for that. But I don't give a shit. You can get as many Calm Minds as you want. If you're not attacking me, I'm just going to be able to break through it. So, Mega Sableye does in fact happen. I think it was the only legitimate Mega that she could have run on that team because Mega Gengar's not allowed. In our league format that we play under, just to address the Aegislash that was in team preview, well, and you can see right there that I really don't give a shit because crits just ignore all stat boosts, and it does, I think, 1.5 this generation. Aegislash is allowed as long as it does not have weakness policy, which is a little bit of a very specific rule, but it keeps everybody happy, so... nice thing here is Water Ghost, you know, it can only really hit me with Ghost Stab if it can live this hit, because Water's not going to do too much, it's going to quad resist, and it turns out I'm actually just able to wipe the floor with it from there, which seems kind of odd to me as a Jellicent, but I guess maybe it wasn't special defensive, it was probably physically defensive, or maybe it was even offensive, God forbid, that would have been kind of weird. These next couple of turns... they kind of triggered my gag reflex right there, just because they are very disgusting for how quickly the tide of the game can turn. So I'm set, you know, in here just going for Draco. I actually don't have Water Stab on this, I believe. I have Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon, and Ice Beam, I think, which is different coverage. But it does kind of suck versus Aegislash, and it also sucks when I miss 2 fucking Dracos in a row. Like, come on, are you kidding me? So, this thing just gets up to +6, and if I don't think of something, it's going to counter-sweep me, like, right away. So, Kingdra is wiped off the face of the earth. That is honestly the most satisfying revenge kill that my opponent could have for that situation. A Kingdra that just brutally murdered, you know, a third of her team, and she gets up to +6. And she's a Life Orb Aegislash as well, which is honestly really scary. I'm not sure whether or not Tyrantrum is going to be able to take it. It's the most defensive thing I have. This is a max HP, max defense, I believe, Impish Tyrantrum. This is the best I can do with this situation. If I don't live this, I'm pretty much dead. So I'm going for Earthquake right here, obviously, because it doesn't trigger King's Shield, and it's the one thing I have to hit it. Earthquake's a very handy move in this situation, but she goes for Shadow Sneak, and thank God I'm at full, because I live it, but not very well. Like, it almost wiped out my physical wall. That would have been absolutely terrifying, but it's in physical form, or blade form, I should say. I don't know why I thought physical form. offensive and defensive form. It's in blade form, so I'm able to knock it out. And I'm pretty sure I could have from shield form as well, but it wouldn't have stayed in shield form unless it was going for like Shadow Ball or something. And Frost is going to come back in revenge kill me. That's totally fine. I mean, MVP right there, Tyrantrum, for not letting me get swept. So it ate a huge hit, and that's all I really need to do. So I'm actually going to go into Altaria right now because after a Dragon Dance and after the Mega Evolution, I know I won't be ×4 super effective weak to Ice Beam, so I should be able to live it. Not well, but I should be able to live it, and there's not really anything else on our team that has priority looking at the other ghost types unless one of them has a rogue-ass Sucker Punch or if the Chandelure is Scarfed, which could be potential, but I just want to outspeed it to get to the point where I don't have to worry about Destiny Bond. So I'd like to get one more hit after this, and honestly, after that, I should be okay. Cursed Body gets my Flamethrower disabled, which is kind of why I went for it in the first place. I don't want to have to go for Return and have Return be disabled against Gengar when it comes in, because I now want to have his Flamethrower and Earthquake. It is a resisted Return, but if you look at that, it almost kills it anyway. So if I got one more +1, which I would not have been able to in that situation, I think I could have just clean swept from there because I have Earthquake too. But Altaria not doing too much in this game. That's totally okay by me. I believe I'm going to get to go into my Assault Vest Guja right here and take any hit it wants to go for it. And this thing is the sludge. The thing lives and dies by the sludge. It says, let me take that critical hit sludge, just poison, just fuck me up. I am goo. I am sludge. I will take you on. So, as you can see, a critical hit only does around 20% to an Assault Vest Gudra. The poison is very annoying. Actually, yeah, 25%. I guess with poison and stuff in there. But Shandy comes in, and I believe this is a Trick Scarf Chandelure, if I'm not mistaken, which is what I was kind of referencing. Is it Scarf or Specs? I think it's Scarf, yeah, because otherwise I think I would have killed it even faster. But I missed a shit ton of Dracos in this game, and I'm saying this now because I believe I end up missing one on my next turn, which brings me up to 3 total Draco misses in one game. I should not have won. Plain and simple. When you get luck like that, you just hang it up, and if you win, I don't know who you thank, but you certainly, I don't know. And Fire Blast ends up missing too, so that was just a dead turn. You know, nothing productive there except for the fact that they got more poison damage off, which I'm not comfortable with how well I can take a Fire Blast without my Assault Vest, but I know since they're going to end up going for Fire Blast and not Shadow Ball, which they probably could have gone for Shadow Ball there as well on Gudra. That seemed a little bit more secure there. But I'm going to go into Latias because it seems like that's what they're going to end up going for if they went for it on the first turn. And I'm just going to go for Psyshock to clean off the game. I believe that's the end of the game. That sounds about right. So, honestly, I could have let Gudra die and then just brought in Latias, and I could have been good to go from there. But, either way, that's the end of the game. It's a little bit of a quicker one. Thanks to the people in the comments, as well as the people on my Discord that helped me kind of figure out what the issue was with my my video project bin or whatever, where it clips out videos. This is one of the ones that fell victim to it. It ended up when I dragged it into the thing, it was only like a minute long, and I was like, that's not right. It's like 8 minutes. So, anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you can leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. I have a couple more from this series, so stay tuned from that, and then after that we'll see if we can get some Showdown, maybe get an LP going, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.